Hello again, Ryan here with another video. One of my cosplay costumes that I've hand painted, 3D printed and put together. This time, for those of you that don't recognise who this is Red Hood, otherwise known as Jason Todd from the DC Comics. Yeah, he's currently on a mannequin that stands about 6'1" tall. Everything on here is 3D printed and put together. We have tactical black combat trousers. I've got some real leather army boots under here. If I just remove this Velcro and pull this back, you see them in there. This just sits on the top of those. And pull that around. So yeah, they sit quite nice and tight. You might be able to see underneath there's an elastic going underneath the shoe that sits between the heel and the front of the sole. So that's held down quite nice and tight. And then you've got your Velcro strap coming from here, going all the way around the back of the calf, then hooks around here and then folds back round again and just Velcros around the back of the calf. Same on both of those. We've got the knee pads, we've got the holsters for the two Glocks. I'll take this one out because this one's not strapped in. 3D printed Glock replicas. They don't do anything cosmetic, but I think they look pretty sick. So I've put them in there. They're not entirely accurate to Red Hood, but I wanted to add that real world look to his guns. Just they look a little bit more sort of intimidating for photos and all that good stuff. I know cons have got a, like if you wore this to a convention, they have rules around things that look like real guns and stuff, so they probably would need like an orange cap adding to it or orange paint or whatever. I'm not quite sure on the rules there, but I mean, they look the business, but they're, yeah, not quite sure. But anyway, they look cool on Red Hood, and they look cool with a costume. There's something to figure out. We've got the belt. The belt is 3D printed, and I believe it is quite a close copy of the belt Red Hood possibly wears in Titans. Either Red Hood or Robin, but that's that small nod there. And there's a modification that I made to it with a 3D Red Hood emblem on the front. We've got this container. It doesn't open, it's cosmetic. These open. Probably should have done that the other way around, as these got less space, but you can, like, it's got probably the depth of my index finger there. Not sure what you'd put in there, some Tic Tacs or whatever, but they look cool. I suppose Red Hood would probably keep like smoke pellets or whatever in there, or adrenaline. The hoodie is weathered because Gotham's a dirty place and it's always raining, and Red Hood wears a motorcycle, so we've got this real brown leather jacket that I picked up that I thought was pretty close to what you see Red Hood wear. I think the sizing for this, because I'm a big guy, I'm about 6'1", the same as this mannequin, so everything here is extra large, but it's all weathered. I think the trousers are like a 36 or a 38 inch waist, long leg, but I'd always say wear a long leg anyway, whatever height you are, especially if your intention is to tuck your trousers into your boots, because you get that more of a baggy badass look, in my opinion. Yeah, so this is all 3D printed. I went through quite a few of these before I decided on the one I like, which is this one. And yeah, I've done all this weathering around the emblem myself because, you know, Red Hood's seen some things. Got a button underneath here that turns on LED eyes, which is a must. Got the arm gauntlets on both arms that are strapped on with Velcro coming round. Got tactical hand gloves with the fingers removed, which is perfect for a con as well. I don't know how many times I've wore a costume to a convention and I've not been able to use my hands the whole time. That is definitely a blessing. On this arm, again, we have another arm gauntlet with the blades and the small red accents there, just to give you that red hood, and a wrist grapple gun there. Non-functional, cosmetic. I wanted to include the grapple gun because it's not. That's not Red Hood. It's if you did a Batman cosplay, you'd have to have a grapple gun, wouldn't you, somewhere? Because it's not. Yeah, it's just a signature item for Batman to have, and I believe Red Hood's probably about the same. I didn't want to overpopulate the belt with too much stuff. I've got these containers on here. Oh, I've got Red Hood's knife here, 3D printed replica, as seen in the animated movie. Is it called The Red Hood? I think it's called. But yeah, anyway, a batarang that's foldable. I take that off here with one hand. It's fiddly, but it's doable. And then that opens out, and you got that, which is pretty cool to pose with at a con. Fold that back up, and then hopefully I can do this sometimes with one hand, but then because somebody's watching, there we go, look, just slides in there, and then you got this batarang hanging from the belt. So yeah, I didn't want to overpopulate this belt, so I put the grapple gun on the wrist with a sliding mechanism and a folding arm, so you can hold it in your hand or just have it hanging there as a piece. So yeah, this whole video is completely like unprepared, unscripted. I haven't really thought about what I was going to do. I'm kind of just blagging it, but I wanted to show you my Red Hood suit. We have the helmet, which goes around the back. That's held on with magnets, and it has a tensioner there. So the tensioner pulls on, like tightens this up, presses on the back of your head. It doesn't hurt. It's very comfortable. There's a balaclava in here, very comfortable, and it just pushes this more up against your face, so you have more mobility without the helmet moving around, which is the worst. So yeah, it's quite snug. You can move around in this. Plenty of room around the neck. I mean, a small heat gun. You see, there's a bit of a movement there. Movement. Let me think. Hang on, let me get my words out. So yeah, I kind of heat gunned all the way around here. So the helmet sat on there quite nice, but you can move your head, turn it left and right without it catching on there too much. It is lined with a foam. You can probably see it a little bit inside there. Lined with a foam. This is lined with like a thin sheet of EVA foam. Everything that's making contact with your body in some way, I have tried to make it as comfortable as possible. So yeah, there's your shoulder straps and all this. This is all one piece. You'd put that on your shoulders, and it's attached with this. So these are like suspenders. Comes down. There's a hook inside here. It's attached to this plastic hook that I 3D printed, and then comes down and attaches to the trousers. So it helps hold your trousers up, so you can still get that decent look from the belt. The belt is adjustable, but it pulls your trousers up, and it also pulls this down snug onto your shoulders, so you get a nice tidy fit with a costume and also comfort. And yeah, that's Red Hood. Oh, down here you might have noticed that's Red Hood's katana. I believe the Ronin Red Hood, the katana, and that it's got the straps on it and a clip. I believe is adjustable as well. Yeah, it's adjustable. So that just sits on Red Hood's back. Yeah, like so. But yeah, that is. I mean, my intention was I have 3D printed the whole katana, but I misjudged the space in between the in here. But this is a custom make. We've got the Red Hood logo on there. Look. All the real screws and stuff in there. Yeah, so as I was saying, the whole blade's in there, but because I misjudged the spacing in there, it rubs against the 3D printed plastic all the time. So there are some scuffs on the blade, but it's it looks cool in the thing, unless your intention in a con is to obviously take this out. Let's see if I can slide it out. So there you go, look. If I can, hang on. Let's put this down a second, slide that out. Yeah, there you go. Red Hood's katana blade. But yeah, there is some scuffing on there because I misjudged the spacing on it. I could probably heat gun it actually and just like work it out, but it goes in nice. It's just yeah, I haven't advertised this as part of my intention of selling this, but it'll come with it anyway. It's one of those just experimenting, putting the costume together. I like to include everything I can with a costume that's part of that character. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to talk about. I mean, all the straps on here are, I mean, it's held on. It kind of comes across in a cross around your body, and the clips are on your back, but they're adjustable. You can tighten it, loosen it. So yeah, you might have seen my previous video to this one, the Predator. I think that was the first video I did of a full costume like this on a mannequin. So this is my official second video of my next costume. I probably will do another one after this one. Just trying to think of possibilities for what's next. I have had some ideas given to me, some recommendations. But yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you like it. And yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know.